Live from the happiest place in the Lone Star State, welcome back to the Talking Mickey Project. From trivia and trip reports to unboxings and interviews, TMP is your home, a special home for Disney fans of all abilities. Now, from the TMP studios high above the skyline of the Alamo City, it's your host, Emma. We got to turn the volume off of Emma's phone here because we're hearing ourselves in an echo. But welcome back, everybody. This is your host, Emma.
Hello. Can I go my little technical right there?
Technical difficulty, that's right. All right, so we got Michael is here. John, welcome back, John. And let's see who else. Oh, we got others. We haven't had any other check-ins yet, though. So if you're there, pop a comment.
Say hi.
Pop a comment into there and let us know. Let me adjust something because it looks like we are kind of like weird color. I don't know what's up with that. It's like the lighting is crazy. Let me see if I can adjust it. Nope, I can't adjust it. All right. Well, y'all gonna have to look at us being purplish, not just our shirts, but everything else for tonight. But we have a cool interview. Who you interview? Who's you interview with tonight?
Mr. Mark Silverman.
That's right, Mark Silverman. And Emma's mom says y'all fuzzy.
What do you mean fuzzy?
We're fuzzy.
What do you mean fuzzy, Mom?
That might mean the signal is a little off. We do have some issues with the Wi-Fi tonight. And we have it actually plugged directly into one of our Wi-Fi routers, but it is a little slow. So we have someone come in hopefully tomorrow to boost us, to do something with our internet, make it super fancy, so that we don't have these kind of lags and fuzzies.
And slow Wi-Fi for me again.
Like autofocus. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, Emma's mom says we're unclear. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about.
Wi-Fi for some reason.
How does it look on the? Let me check the phone real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's pixelating.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's probably
maybe it's something new with YouTube or nothing.
No, it's probably coming from us. We're having a little bit of an issue with the Wi-Fi tonight.
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Yeah.
Well, what we were going to do was give a little shout out to a friend of Emma's that she got she got to meet in person yesterday.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick's here. Cool. And Jonathan says, share the video to support the Talking Mickey Project. Thank you very much.
Jonathan, you get a special shout out later.
Yeah, I think we might need some more tinfoil on our heads to make the signal stronger. I'm not sure.
Like a tinfoil cap?
Yeah, but that was a joke though.
Oh.
So, and William says this, that's true. Rest in peace, everyone who died on 9/11. That's right. It's been 20 years ago. So that's something we do need to remember.
But take a moment, popcorn moment, and pray for those who have died during the 9/11 attack.
Okay. I think Emma's still saying her prayer. Nancy says hello. Hashtag Sir Willow. And Michael says never forget 9/11. That's right. Well, thank you for bringing that up, because that was important to remember.
Yeah.
We've been thinking about it all day and seeing people post things, so it was nice that you did that. We appreciate it.
Also, off topic for a little bit.
We got a video. We got an interview to share.
I know.
Okay. Well.
Today is Spyro the Dragon's 23rd birthday.
Spyro the Dragon's 23rd birthday.
Yeah.
Spyro is from what game?
Well, he really had his own series, Spyro the Dragon, then accidentally bought the Spyro right later from Sierra.
Okay. All righty. Well, I think we probably ought to show an interview.
Yeah. Okay, now we're back on talking. Now we're getting on with the interview.
All right. So, guys, sit tight. Let's hope this broadcasts well. If it doesn't, I can post it separately directly from the file. It may be delayed and it may be on a separate actual video link.
Yeah.
But we will get that posted one way or another. So thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yeah.
I hope you can see this because it's a really good interview.
Yeah.
Y'all ready? All right, let's go.
Welcome back to Michael.
Hi. Hello, both of you.
Looks like we got internet stuff going on.
Yeah.
I know I'm so backwards on this stuff, so I'll just react to whatever's going on here.
There you go. Well, we've got questions for you, and we've got them so where they'll be up on the screen, so you'll be able to read them, and as well as hear Emma, she'll be asking the questions.
All right.
Total of about 15.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
And do you want to get started? Okay. Well, we'll put number 1 right up on the screen.
Number 1. When did you become a Disney fan?
Oh God. My entire childhood was all Disney. All I liked was Disney and monsters. Those are my two biggest hobbies: monster movies and Disney. Disneyland and the movie Pinocchio. I thought Pinocchio was the greatest thing in the world. Every time it came to the theater, I would run and see it. I loved it, and I loved Disneyland. So I was a huge Disney fan ever since I could ever remember.
So you want to ask about, were the monsters the classic Universal monsters or any kind of monsters?
Yes. I loved the classic Universal monsters the best. Frankenstein, Wolfman, Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney, all of that. I loved King Kong, and I loved the Toho Japanese movies with Godzilla. I just loved monster movies, and I collected monster models. So my whole childhood was Disney and monsters.
There you go. That's a pretty broad range of interest, huh?
Yeah.
I remember the monster movies. I remember seeing King Kong in the theaters in the 70s when it came out.
You mean the Jessica Lange version?
I think so. It must have been. Yeah, it wasn't the original. Yeah.
Right. That was a great one. I loved that one too.
Yeah. Wow. That's cool. All right. You ready for number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you think Disney is so special to fans like us?
Well, because they make such neat stuff that it lets you just, it's hard to not love it, you know. And if you like to read a lot and you like to, you know, be alone, you could spend all this time reading about Disney and watching the movies, and you could just love it, and then, you know, go to the parks, and it becomes like a huge hobby. So that's why I think it's so easy to just fall in love with all of it.
It could be such a complete kind of world, right? All the details and everything you can get into.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons you like all the trivia. Yeah. Cool. All right. You ready for number 3? There you go.
As a fan, it must be so cool to be known as the voice of Disney's Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. How did that happen?
That is exactly right. I will tell you, yes, being a Disney fan and then being the voice of a Disney ride is really unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when it happened. I was a voice actor and just got a regular audition. And I always loved that show, The Twilight Zone. And I could sort of sound like that, I thought. And then I went into the audition and I just did it like a regular audition. And then 2 weeks later, they called and said, and I auditioned at a woman's office in Beverly Hills. And then they called back and said, like 2 weeks later, they said, they thought you were terrific at Disney and they want to see you at Imagineering for another audition. And the only thing on my mind was, wow, I get to go into Imagineering. You know, that was incredible because I had tried to get in there. It was very difficult. It never worked. And then just knowing I was going to be in that building was incredible. And then there were more auditions. And finally, I got the job after like 4 more auditions. And it was the most incredible feeling imaginable. I couldn't believe it.
So how? Yeah, I mean that surprised me. I figured you have all those layers to go through with all the, I guess, the people that you have to talk to.
Yeah.
Was that a normal process or was that different for Disney?
Well, this was such a big job that they had, I think, hundreds of people auditioning. And finally, Rod Serling's widow made the decision at the end, because they picked their favorites, and then she picked me, and then that was great. And then like 6 months later, I went in and did the actual recording sometime in 1993.
Yeah, I mean, that's the seal of approval right there.
Yeah.
Couldn't get
that was
better
great.
than that.
In 1993, I did it. And then what was interesting is I did a promo for the Tower of Terror after I did the recording for the ride. And this is like 4 months later, and I had all this time to practice. So they called back from Imagineering and they said, we think you're even better now. We want you to record the attraction all over. So I got to record it again, like in 1994, and I was better at it. So that was great.
That is cool.
Yeah.
You got an inside scoop there, huh? That's pretty neat. It has got to be Emma's, if not her favorite, it's pretty close. And I would say it's probably her favorite attraction.
Hey, look at I have the actual script that I read in 1994. If you could see that right there.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. That's actually all the dialogue and everything. And I keep things, you see. This has got almost 30 years old.
Isn't that amazing?
Wait, that's how old the attraction is?
Well, it opened in 94.
Yeah, it's almost 30. It's 27 this year.
Yeah.
Do you know when I did it, all of Walt Disney World was only 24 when I recorded it. And that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
And Animal Kingdom wasn't opened up yet.
Yeah.
No.
Animal Kingdom hadn't opened, right?
Nope. It wasn't there.
Well, and Hollywood Studios was only 5 years old, 6 years old at the time?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was amazing. But it's become such a focus. I mean, other than now you've got the Star Wars area. I mean, and it's still now the symbol of the park.
Yeah, so, I love that. That's great. I think that's fantastic.
I never understood the Earful Tower thing, but I do understand the Tower Hotel. Sure.
And you know what hat was first, though?
Yeah, the hat. Yeah, for us old people, at least to me, the hat was kind of like.
Well, the Chinese theater was the symbol for a while.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Oh man, that's cool. Well, one of Emma's life goals is to get me to ride it. I'm not a big height person, so I'm still, I don't know, but she absolutely loves it.
Do you at least hear the pre-show and run out the chicken exit?
Oh yeah, I've done that a couple times.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh goodness.
Do you ride everything else but that?
Huh?
Do you go on every ride except Tower of Terror?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've not been on Rock and Roller Coaster either.
Oh man,
I'm kind of a nut. I'm more of a people watcher and that kind of stuff. I'll do some of the roller coasters, but not all of them.
I did Expedition Everest. I won't go back because I couldn't I couldn't handle the backwards part.
Yeah, she wants to get me on that too. I just prefer to watch her have fun. I love it. Right?
Okay.
There you go. All right. Well, number 4. Are you ready for number 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you have got more related to Twilight Zone. What was it like working on the recent TV series like?
That was great too. The casting people at CBS found me on Facebook. The casting person sent me a message. He said, "We're looking for you. for a CBS job. And then I found out it was to bring Rod Serling back for the TV show. And I got to work with Jordan Peele, and that was fantastic. I loved that. I got to work at Paramount Studios and do that, and it felt great. And I loved the final show. It came out very neat, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
You gotta check that out.
There was, sorry.
Go ahead.
There was originally going to be a Twilight Zone movie.
Well, there was one from years
Yeah, there
ago.
was. Yeah, there was one in 1982. I remember there was one.
Yeah, I remember that one. They redid the story about William Shatner.
Oh yeah, right.
When he was whatever it was on the wing. Yeah.
And they redid the one with the little boy that wishes you into the cornfield.
Yeah. You haven't seen that movie. It's an old movie now.
Yeah, it's always in black and white.
I was a kid when I saw it. So I mean I was a young teenager, I guess. But yeah, wow.
1983, or I think it was, or 82.
Isn't that something?
Disney also made a Twilight Zone Tower of Terror movie.
Oh yeah, I know, 1997, I think, with Kirsten Dunst.
I have not seen that one. Have you seen
Yeah.
that one?
I tried to watch it. Somebody actually filmed it on their TV. I could not see the whole color screen of the movie.
It's pirated.
Online
Oh,
on YouTube.
So somebody
Oh,
filmed it on their television and put that on YouTube. Oh, well, there you go.
That could be one of the things we could bring out for Disney Plus.
Well, it could be. Maybe they'll put it on Disney Plus. Who
Like
knows?
for the anniversary of the attraction.
But we don't have this as a listed question, but just talking about Twilight Zone, it's made such an impact on people over the years. Was that something that you were drawn to, or did you look at it initially as another opportunity in terms of a job, or was it that when you saw it, you were like, I got to do this?
yeah, I love Twilight Zone. I always loved Twilight Zone. So it was like I got to put two of my favorite things of all time, Disney and Twilight Zone, together, and it became like a reality to me. It was really crazy. And nobody could believe it, because it just could not have been more perfect that I would be the voice of a Disney ride and it would be a Twilight Zone. The whole thing's crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Oh, fun thing about the pre-show, I actually know how they made it.
You
How?
know how they made the pre-show? Uh-oh. I think you might also.
What do you know?
And apparently the set pieces that they used to film for the pre-show is actually part of the attraction walkthrough.
The
Well,
set pieces in the pre-show are in the attraction walkthrough, she said.
Yes. Right. The hotel front desk and a few other things are in there. And some of the outside of the ride was the actual ride. And the pre-show was taken from an episode where you see Rod Serling.
Yeah. It's a wonderful life.
Right. It's a Good Life. Right. And you know what's interesting about that is a lot of people think that in the pre-show from It's a Good Life, I almost said It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Okay, he's not smoking in that episode, but people always say, look how Disney digitally erased Rod's cigarette, but they didn't. He just wasn't smoking in that episode. So if ever you hear anybody say that, they're wrong, that they took his cigarette away.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Like the original episode, like when he was first going.
Like the original episode he was smoking? Yeah, smoking was not a big deal on TV back then. Now you just don't see it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right, you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have also worked on
Suspense. There you go.
A revival of an older radio and TV show.
Yeah.
What was it like?
That was fun. It was doing an old radio play. And I think you can find it somewhere online. But I've done a lot of old radio shows because I used to love that kind of a thing. The old radio shows of the 40s, The Great Gildersleeve, The Jack Benny
yeah.
Show, all that stuff. I love that stuff. So anytime I could do a radio play, I'm always there. I did it on stage with a lot of old timers that were like in their 90s. That was because they actually did the real old radio shows. And then there I was standing there with them, and it was really incredible.
I remember listening to a lot of that. I remember when I was in college, there was a station in New Orleans that would play a lot of the old radio shows overnight.
Yeah.
And I remember listening to a lot of that. Yeah. What's his name? You said Great Gildersleeve. I'm trying to think of Life of Riley.
Yeah, the Life of Riley, right.
Yeah, a bunch of those.
A radio station played Life of Riley last night, actually, out here. And I heard it like at 2 a.m. with William Bendix. It was great. I love that stuff. Yep.
But that was entertainment before television. People would sit down as a family and listen to radio plays, and they had all the sound and the background and the drama, and it was work, I'm sure, doing those.
Like in the Christmas Story?
Yeah, like in Christmas Story when they were doing, this is her reference.
Right. And the family, you would stare at the radio.
That's right.
But nothing else. Yeah. They do that. They do it a lot on the Waltons also.
Yeah. You see some of the older shows that portray that time. Yeah, that was the entertainment. But they've had to be very creative in what they were doing. And a lot of times they would have an audience, right? That was there at the live thing. But the only people that actually saw the actors and all were the audience. Everybody else just heard it.
Like the Carousel of Progress?
What do you mean? Like an audience like the Carousel of Progress?
The radio show type.
Oh, the radio show, like in the show, like in maybe.
Right.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was another one just like that. Suspense was one of those shows.
Yeah.
All right.
We never heard of that, though.
Well, you haven't, but I put the question in there because I have. So, all right. You want to see number 6?
Well,
okay, here we go.
Being a huge Disney fan, what other projects have you gotten to do with Disney?
Well, I got to do, when they put Bambi on DVD, I got to narrate the games and the stories in the voice of Friend Owl. And that was your Friend Owl. Bambi, my. And he sounds like an old man. Because when I was a kid, I was able to sound like an old man. So I got a lot of old man voiceover jobs. But that one was really fun because he was an actual Disney character. Yeah. And he always sounded like he was really mad, but he was sort of a nice fella at the same time. I got to do the Bambi read-along storybook also. It comes with a CD. That was fun. Yeah.
You remember that? Go ahead.
Oh, and also in Magic Kingdom, my voice is part of an interactive pirate game, and my voice signals off the cannons on top of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I sound like an old Spanish pirate, foolish piratas.
I didn't know that.
That's a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Wait, which Disneyland? Is it the Disneyland Adventures?
On the
what do you mean?
The adventure game. You know what?
The Pirate Adventure game?
Yeah, it's in Florida at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Remember that? We played that. It was a few years ago, but we played it. Remember? You go from area to area?
Oh, the online one.
Yeah, that. No. It's you go from area to area in Adventureland.
Inside the area, the land in Adventureland. We did it. Trust me. You would remember when I showed you the place.
Disneyland and that place, you mean?
No, it was in Walt Disney World in Magic Kingdom. Maybe you were young, but I thought it was when you were a little bit older.
Oh, wasn't it?
You had a map and you had to go places.
Wasn't this the Pirate Wife game that maybe you could have?
It might be. It might be depending on what you remember it as. But there was only one. Yeah.
If maybe going to bring that back.
I don't know. I know they took away Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom, but I'm hoping that one's still there. That one was cool.
We still got the card.
Yeah, we still have the cards. Emma's a big Pokemon fan, so anything that's got collector cards, she's there.
I have a lot of cards, baseball, Disney, monsters, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. There you go. All right, you ready for number 7?
Look.
All right.
Beyond Disney, you have been in many other TV series and some cool video games. Is it different doing voice acting for TV versus video games?
Yeah, it is, because in a video game, you have to have every sound that will work. So however the kid playing it, the character's got to do something, you know. If the character goes this way, he makes a noise that way. If he picks something up, and he has to make a noise for everything. Even if it doesn't even make sense. Like sometimes a character will pick up a gun and they make it go, ugh. But the character wouldn't even, there's no noise you would make just picking up a glass or a gun, you know. But they think it sounds better. But this is what I don't like. I don't like to do war games because in those, you have to yell and scream for like 10 pages in a row. Oh. And my voice, it starts hurting. And there's like 10 pages left of screaming. And you have to scream in agony in case you're dying in the game, you know. I don't like that. So I usually pass on any of that.
So basically, you have to have something for every contingency decision the player is going to make. And that's right. Like infinite number of things almost.
Yeah. Then you're there for hours and hours doing it, and it can get really long.
Probably not as fun as doing TV stuff.
Right? It's not.
All right. Are you ready for number 8?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
What do you like the most about being a voice actor? What do you like the least?
Well, I like doing it because since I was a kid, I was doing voices, and then it feels great to actually get paid for the weird things you do as a kid. That's one of the greatest things, is that when you're a kid, all the weird things you did that people made fun of you for, and you grow up and you realize those are the best things about you that everybody wishes they could do. You know, that's an incredible thing. To be sitting there in your room doing these voices and people think you're nuts. And then you grow up and you're doing it and they all wish they could do that. Yeah, that's a really great feeling.
That's right.
And if I had to pick up something I didn't like about it, I guess I would pick, because it can hurt your voice by yelling and you can't be sick. If you have a voiceover job and you have a cold, everything's ruined. In fact, when I did recorded Tower of Terror for the last time in 1994, I got sick and I barely could sound like myself or like Rod Serling. And I went to Imagineering and said one line and they sent me home. And I had to get better. And then like 2 months later, I recorded it again. So I actually went in 3 times to record it. And the last time is when that was the one they used.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'd imagine it comes with experience, but when you have those gaps between times, how do you go back to that same voice?
Because that's part of doing it. If you know your character, it's never that hard to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works.
That's neat.
Uh-huh.
All right. You ready for number 9?
Yeah.
All right. We're zipping through.
One of my favorite original Disney voice actors is Paul Free.
She loves Paul Free.
Yeah.
I play my hand here a lot back.
Yes, and he has a poster right behind him too.
Right, I do, yeah. I love Paul Frees. Everybody I know that got into voiceover, Paul Frees is like their favorite person. The Haunted Mansion dialogue is just incredible. He's probably the best there ever was is for that kind of thing. And he also was the voice before your time, though, Adventure Through Inner Space.
Oh,
Do you know that ride?
Yeah.
Where they shrink you like a snowflake? And he would say like, and there is the nucleus. They vibrate in such an orderly pattern because this is water frozen into a solid state of matter. Can I actually survive? And It was
remember that?
incredible.
You actually do. Sorry.
The ride, they put Star Tours in the area where that ride used to be.
Yeah. That's where Star Tours is now in Disneyland.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
Apparently, you actually do sound a little bit like Paul Frees when you did that.
Well, he sounds a lot like Paul
Right.
Frees.
Yeah, because I think every voice actor that loved Disneyland, we all practice that, you know.
Well, you have finished your question?
Oh, no, sorry.
That's okay.
Who inspired you to become a voice actor?
Well, Paul Frees is one of them. And when I was a kid, I used to bring a tape recorder into Disneyland and I'd record the rides. So I'd record Paul Frees and I would record Pirates of the Caribbean. And I would go home with all these cassettes and just listen to these voices all the time, you know. And it was such a part of my life listening to these tapes of Disneyland and Walt Disney and all those characters and all those rides, they inspired me.
There you go. Sounds good. All right. The next few questions are kind of more fun Disney related questions, but they're all questions specifically for you, your opinion and all. So are you ready? Okay. Here's number 10.
If you could provide the voice of any other Disney attraction besides the Tower of Terror, which one would it be?
The People Mover. If they brought the People Mover back to Disneyland, because I used to practice that voice too. Someday the People Mover may be carrying you through stores and shopping malls in your own community. So I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Do you know who did that though?
Yeah, I think it was Jack Wagner, and there's been like several people. A woman did it for a while in the 80s. God, I did a voice panel with her, and I forget her name now. But I think there's been about 5 different narrators of that over the years.
That would be pretty cool.
I wish it'd come back.
They've changed the narration several times for the one in Walt Disney World too, and I always think the older ones are better.
Oh yeah, I get you.
It's just, but yeah, they keep changing those. But anyway, all right, you ready for number 11?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
If you could have a year's supply of any Disney parks snacks, what would it be?
Okay, I think it's called the Honey Pot Crisp. It's a thing like it's shaped like Winnie the Pooh's Honey Pot, and it's a Rice Krispie bar, and it's fantastic. I love that. I just think it's a great combination: the marshmallow and the Rice Krispies and the chocolate. So yeah. And I loved they had a Tigger tail, which was like marshmallow covered with chocolate. That's great too. Yep. And of course, I love the Mickey ice cream bar. Those 3 things.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool. What would be your favorite?
Chocolate.
Anything chocolate? Yeah, she likes chocolate. Yeah.
So right, I love it.
Here's number 12.
If you could live in any Disney resort hotel, which one would it be?
Well, the first time I went with my father in 1980, we were at the Polynesian Resort, and I loved it. I might take that one. Although the last time I stayed at the Lake Tower right next to the the Contemporary, and I loved that. Oh, that was the best. I thought it was so comfortable. The Bay Lake Tower. I might take that.
It's got great views in both directions, huh?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that was really great. I would probably take that or the Polynesian, I think.
Yeah, there you go. All right, you ready? Number 13? All righty. Your turn.
If you could only visit one Disney park in the future.
Why are you smiling? It's a tough question, huh? Okay.
Well, maybe Disneyland or Epcot, because then I could go to I could go to a different restaurant every night in the World Showcase.
Yeah. Our favorites have changed over the years as she's gotten older. The first time we went, she was 4. And we stayed at the Contemporary, and we were in Magic Kingdom, I think, all like 2 days out of 3, and then the third was in Animal Kingdom. And then as she's gotten older, we've been more in Epcot.
Yeah.
And then, but now, what's your favorite park now? I know what you've said in the past, but what's your favorite? Because sometimes it changes. Can you think about it? What is it?
Animal Kingdom.
Still Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I'm a wedding name over than it.
She was born in the month and year that it opened. So she's got this connection to Animal Kingdom.
Nice.
But also a big fan of Animal Kingdom Lodge too, right? Yeah. It's a pretty hotel.
Oh man, I love the safari. I think that's fantastic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Kilimanjaro safaris. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, question. I know this is not in the way. What do you think about Disney taking the story out of the ride?
Out of the safari, yeah.
Wait, you mean?
Like when it opened with the story of the warden and going to save the elephants.
Right.
And now all that's gone.
Right, you were gonna stop the poachers, right?
Yeah.
I like the way it is now. I think it's wonderful. I think it's so exciting to not know what's going to happen on that ride, and all of a sudden giraffes start crossing the street. I think it's the best. I haven't done it at night. Have you done that?
No, we've not done it at night. We've done it several times early, and we did one of the special, not the one where you climb and all that, but one of the safaris where they take you in a little different area, different kind of vehicle with air conditioning, which was nice. You remember doing that? That was really cool because they stopped longer and they told you more about the animals. I don't even know if they do that anymore, but that's one of my favorites. That's what I love to do when we go there. Right?
Yeah, but I can't take the humidity and it's too hot.
Ooh,
I like to go in January and February where it's freezing. I just think that's the best.
The animals probably appreciate it too because they can wander around a little more and not be so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Can I ask you a favor towards the end?
Yeah.
Well, we're almost done with the questions. You got 2 more. You want to do those first, or?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do the questions first.
Okay.
Right, so number 14.
If you could build any movie attraction from any era in your backyard, which one would it be?
Well, I would either Mr. Toad or the Pirates of the Caribbean. But that would be too hard doing pirates in my own yard. But I bet Mr. Toad could actually work. I think that'd be fun. I love the Mr. Toad ride, and I hope it never changes.
Emma got to ride Mr. Toad for the first time when we went to Disneyland in November of 2019.
Yeah,
she was too young for when it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's not there anymore, right?
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh took over.
Yeah.
But at least there is some references, though.
Yeah, I love it. I love Mr. Toad. I just think it's so fun.
Yeah. It's definitely an old school dark ride. And yeah, they've kept it, thankfully. Yeah. That's great. All right. You ready? This is your last question. This is always a big one, but are you ready?
Maybe you can have to tell what I'm going to do with
okay.
mine.
Okay. What would you do in your backyard? I'm sorry.
Either the Haunted Mansion with Paul Free.
With Paul Free. Okay.
Not with the holiday overlay, which we already got out.
No holiday overlay for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the Twilight Zone Tower there.
Hey, good one.
We need a little bit bigger backyard, but
look what I got here. Look, have you ever seen these? These only sold for a couple of years. The Tower of Terror mouse ears.
No, I've never seen those with the lightning. Isn't
awesome. That great?
Yeah, that's cool. Wow, yeah, that really makes a difference. Now that
pretty neat, huh?
Speaking of lightning, apparently there's a really old video someone made. It's like a few second video that they were showing the Tower of Terror.
Oh.
They during the thunderstorm, they were during the day, and lightning actually hit the building.
Oh,
I
cool.
have that on my Facebook page. So everybody sends that to me. It's incredible. I thought it was fake at first, but it's not. It's really real. It's so neat. You have to see this thing.
There you go. So you've seen it too
Well, on YouTube.
on YouTube, yeah.
But how did that happen? Did
Well,
Ron Barry want to make it happen?
There's a lot of lightning in Central Florida naturally, right?
Thunderstorm.
Yeah, and that's the tallest building I think in that area of the Disney World.
Does it have a lightning
Yep.
rod on it?
Oh,
Yes. Yep.
that is so cute.
Tower of Terror was the tallest ride until Expedition Everest is like a foot taller.
Yeah.
That's right, huh? Because they have the limit with the flashing lights and
Right.
right. They could only go to so high. Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, this is the last question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the big one for Emma.
If you could ask Walt one question today, what would it be?
Let's see. I'd say, how did you know that everything you tried to do would be so incredible and just change everything? How did you know how to make animated characters move like that? How did you know that a theme park with rides like the Matterhorn and Pirates, how did you know how great that would be when nobody else knew that? That's what that's what I never understand. Like, how did he know these things? It's really incredible. I think about that all the time.
You know, one of the things to me is that's a really good question. And tying on to that though is if he had that vision, how did he just turn it over to other people and move on to the next thing?
Right.
I feel like I would have wanted to be there all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, right. He just happened to hire like the most incredibly talented people. The whole story is just magic, how it all worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's changed a lot of people's lives, and it's definitely put a lot of smiles on people's faces. Right?
Yep.
Including this one. Well, that's all your formal questions. Did you have any other questions while you have an opportunity?
Remember how we first met at Carolyn?
Yeah.
Barn?
At the barn, right.
Right.
And you
Yeah.
asked me if you can do a voiceover part for Ron Burley, and I declined because I don't want y'all to hurt your throat too long.
So he asked what now? You asked him something?
Well, he asked me if I want to hear his voice.
Oh, okay.
So I declined.
And you were saying no because you didn't want him to hurt his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, because I take good care of my voice. And it's hot and it's hot there, so that was probably a good idea.
Can you actually do a little voiceover clip for my channel?
For your channel?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, like, what would I say?
What would he say? This is not rehearsed. What are you coming up with here? What would you like him to say? Now, you're getting into territory where he needs to get a paycheck for this. Okay, so this is what he does for a living. Oh, goodness. So what are you asking?
Can you do a the Talking Mickey Crockett show starring Emma Farron and Mr. Mark Silverman?
Wait,
what?
The Talking Mickey Project starring Emma and Mark Silverman?
Yeah.
You're listening to the Talking Mickey Project starring Mark Silverman and Emma. Now
There
go
you
to
go.
the Twilight Zone.
There you go.
That's awesome. Girl, you got
Thank you
guts.
so much.
Thank you, Emma.
Don't worry, this is free.
This is
No.
free.
I'm not charging y'all.
Oh, you're not charging him?
No.
He should be charging you.
I'm not. No, I'm not going to charge you. I'll let you get away with it.
Every time I think she's not gonna surprise me anymore, she comes up with something else.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh goodness. Well, I guess the only thing to do for you is to say thank you, and then you got to do a thumbnail, right? So we just like a smile or something, but you got to say thank you first.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Michael, for making me on my cow.
It's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. All right. Hey, thank you. Yeah. You see my Tower of Terror mug? Isn't that neat? Yeah. I got a lot of stuff. Okay.
I'm
All right.
I'm glad that has become more center of the park now. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, guys.
What do y'all think? That last question there was was a surprise to me. But yeah, so now she has the Talking Mickey project starring Mark Silverman and Emma. That is so funny. I loved it. That was such a fun interview to do. He was so nice and generous with his time, and he told us a bunch of stuff. There was a little bit in the beginning that we didn't have recorded, but that it was really fun. He was talking about just a little bit more about what he does, and it was awesome. It was awesome. So thank you, Mark. If you're out there watching this, thank you for taking the time to do the interview. We loved it. We hope to get to see you again one day, maybe at Walt's barn or wherever. And if we could ever do anything to share something or whatever you got going on, we'd love it. Hopefully, maybe we even see him at the Tower of Terror one day.
Oh, yeah.
That would be awesome. Oh,
then we
man.
can ride it.
So, yeah, it says back to purple. Here we are, purple again. And awesome. Way cool. Great job, Emma.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, and we're back. No pixels. Oh, thank goodness.
So we're probably got an error, right, guys?
Well, I think it was probably our internet was causing some trouble earlier on, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So I guess before we wrap it up.
Oh, the fiesta.
Okay. Before we wrap it up, that's where I was kind of going to go.
Okay.
Emma would like to talk to you a little bit. We've got a video to play. Okay. It's only 30 seconds. My nose itching for some reason. I think my grandma used to say someone wanted to kiss me when my nose was itching. To watch out for your mama later. All right. So, yeah. So Emma is going to be in a program called Fiesta Especial here in San Antonio. And you can find out more about the program and about Emma and her campaign to be Queen of Fiesta Especial for Fiesta San Antonio at talkingmickey.com/fiesta. But she has a 30-second video that if you would sit tight, watch this, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Emma Marin. I am running for Fiesta Especial Royal Court 2022. I am raising money for Frank Institute with Michael. Also, hi, Mr. Ben! And for Disability as a groundbreaking day. I also have my own YouTube channel called Talking Mickey Project. You can find it at talkingmickey.com/fiesta. Viva Fiesta! What do you think, guys? Comment below.
Yeah, what do you think? Let us know what you think about her video. That is going to premiere soon. And yes, Emma's mom says talkingmickey.com/fiesta. That is right. And I commented about someone wanting to kiss me and to watch out for your mother, and this was her reply.
Not really.
Oh, well. Oh, and Monica says, I'm in Fiesta Royal Court too. Oh, awesome, Monica. I didn't know that. Well, congratulations for being part of the program. And John says, Viva Fiesta. Amen. There you go. You got it.
Yep.
That's exactly how you do it. And
thank you, Monica.
Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. That was her quick video that she did the other day. And I've got looks like there was a little green spot in the middle. I got to work on that. But I think that was just a little artifact from when I was doing the editing stuff.
Okay.
I'm not exactly a professional editor, guys.
No.
No, she says. Emma is
Sorry.
nothing if she's not honest. She is absolutely honest. La Party Fiesta. There you go.
Yep.
All righty. So anyway, I'm Kevin, aka Skipper Dad. This is Emma, your host of the Talking Mickey Project, and we are thankful you were here tonight. We are going to say good evening, right?
Yeah.
So how do we do that?
Okay, guys. Like, subscribe, and share the channel with your family and friends. If you're on Facebook, tag a friend to this. If you don't know how to subscribe from Facebook,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm missing a cue here. You can go to talkingmickey.com and just hit the subscribe button where the little finger is pointing here.
yeah.
Right?
If you also want to support me on Patreon, go to Talking Mickey Project to support me on it.
Yep. Her Patreon is going to go toward her Fiesta Especial program for raising money for those two nonprofits. So if you want to be a Patreon sponsor, that's where that will go. I haven't updated the page yet to say that, but that's what I'm going to be working on. So, all righty. So I guess for now, it is time to say good night. So, again.
And guys, we'll see you around on next idea on Wednesday.
And cue the outro. Cue the outro.
She